Let's talk about your outcome for next year. I know for a fact every single one of us thinks about next year right about now. And it doesn't matter when you're seeing this, it's still going to be applicable. How many of us, however, get to the end of the year right now? If you happen to be watching this close to year end, if you look back to January of this year, are you where you thought you'd be? Are you ecstatic and look back and say, I've accomplished everything and maybe even more than I set out to do? Or are you more in the camp of, man, I'm not where I thought I'd be when I woke up January 1st and set my goals for this year? I truly believe if we can all set aside our past baggage and stories, and let me talk about what I mean by setting it aside, we can truly have the best year ever this year coming up. Now let me give you a little context. When I started the Terms Niche in August of 13, I started preliminary work a lot earlier than that, but it mentally took me till August of 13 to pull the trigger and actually start doing deals. So I know all about baggage. That baggage for me was the 2008 crash and all the crap I went through. I don't know what it is for you, but hear this out first before we even think of your baggage. I was fired at the age of 25 when I had two kids, 2 and 3 years old. I had IRS, I had creditors, I had repossessions. I had some ugly stuff going on. I had life threats, okay? So it goes deep. I had 9/11 come at me during my career. I had the '08 crash, which was the worst. Of course, we all had COVID. And then I had my son's accident where the doctors told us to never walk, talk, or eat again. These are events. This is baggage, good, bad, or otherwise, right? So I don't know what it is for you, but I want to help you define it, pull it right out of its place, and then work on it to eliminate it and put it in a different, what I call chamber. So you close the door and you put it behind you. So we can help you then clearly, without all that minutia, design what your next year looks like. I had an interview yesterday with Chris Norton. If you haven't seen Chris's story on Netflix, the documentary, or on Amazon Prime, it would behoove you to go ahead and watch that. Besides being emotionally blown away, you'll see some really key things that he not only does, but that he talks about. And he said to me in the interview, he said all kinds of cool nuggets. And you can find his interview here on YouTube, and you can also hear him on our podcast, smartrealestatecoachpodcast.com. But some of the things Chris said relative to this discussion were as follows. He said, there are so many times where I get into a funk. Now he's paralyzed from neck down, so he's allowed to be in a funk. He said there's so many times when I get in a funk, and usually it's at night, where I just the doubt sets in. He said, it's just normal for me. I said, well, do you just rebound, or do you have a trigger? Or like, what do you do when that happens to you? There's got to be something you do. Like for Tony Robbins, it's a trigger, but what do you do? He said, no, I don't react right away, because I learned if I start thinking about the baggage and I try to make a decision on the spot without putting it in its own place, without dealing with it methodically, I make bad decisions. So when we think about your story, and I think about my story, it was very difficult to make decisions intelligently and growth-minded wise and positively and optimistically when the baggage was right there. So I can help you just from experience. Our Wicked Smart community can help you. Our family team can help you. Bottle whatever it is that you have. And I'm going to tell you how to do this on a free call. And then put that aside and help you make better decisions. But please realize this in the meantime until we speak live, because I hope we can. These events are just that. They're events. They don't define you. I had to learn that the hard way because I labeled myself after the '08 crash. I thought they defined me. I thought that was a failure. No, they don't. They refine you. They will make you the person you're going to be next year. They're going to make next year, all these things that happen to you will make next year be the best ever if you allow yourself to be coached through it. So how do you do that? I want to invite you to go ahead and schedule a strategy call with us. I know I'm opening this up because it's on the channel. There's a lot of people that are going to see it. But go to smartrealestatecoach.com/action and we'll have a private call with you. It'll be our strategy expert, Brian, who had very, very cool experiences that you'll learn from, and he therefore can help you. Or it'll be with myself or my son-in-law, Zach. That's it. Those are the 3 people that will do the strategy calls. And if you're not open yet, I'm okay with that. I understand. If you're not open yet to exposing yourself to, here are my issues, how can you help me? Then join us on a group call and just listen. Every Thursday at 4 o'clock, we have what's called a Wicked Smart Sit Down. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you got to do is register, and it's a 50-minute free session. You don't have to expose yourself. You can just sit there and listen to what goes on in our community, and maybe that will make you comfortable and let you understand that we truly care, and then you can schedule that free call. just go to smartrealestatecoach.com/events. It doesn't cost you 10 cents. You can come listen. I hope to see you on the Wicked Smart Sit Down this Thursday, or schedule a free strategy call at smartrealestatecoach.com/action.